Welcome back to my channel. I am bringing you guys today a product empties. I have a bunch of stuff that I finished to the point where I feel like this video is going to be very long, and if you stay till the end, I also have the books that I finished and then my thoughts on them. So let's get right into it. First off is basically going to be hair dye. I did dye my hair, if you noticed. The roots are a lot lighter. It's more of a brownish auburn color, very warm toned, and so is the bottom. Everything kind of, I wanted it to be a bit more warm toned, and it's also kind of what happened because I made a little mistake while dyeing my hair. So let me quickly show you guys what happened / tell you what happened. First of all, for the actual roots, I ended up using this Faria color in number 5 medium brown, and that's what that looks like. This is great just because it gives you a very natural looking brown color. My hair color naturally wants to pull more towards red, so mine did come out a bit more auburn color-esque. But if you leave it in for about 35 minutes, you will have a typical chocolatey brown color. For the base of the hair, what I did is I used the Faria color in number 11.11 Ultra Cool Blonde. So I did want to go with another cool color only because my ends were cool before. But I left this in for about an hour to an hour and a half. And what happened is that it lightened my hair, but it really pulled really warm. So it was very blonde but with auburn, and the top was pretty much auburn orange. It was so bad. So that's why I went ahead and I got the darker hair dye, because I went ahead and I did the whole top with it and then pulled the actual color with a hairbrush through my hair just to give it more definition and kind of make it look a little bit more normal, which it did. So it completely fixed it, and it gave my hair color actually something different, but I think it makes my skin look a lot more warm toned as well. It doesn't make me look as pale, because right now most people's biggest thing is you kind of tend to look pale in the winter time, especially when you're blonde. So actually really enjoying the color, and it turned out okay, thankfully. Next I want to mention some body products. This is the first thing I wanted to mention. It's the St. Ives Energizing Citrus Blend Body Wash, and I've mentioned this in a favorites video, I think, in a haul, I think. This is just so amazing. It smells heavenly. It smells so fresh and citrusy. Oh my god. You guys honestly need to go and buy this. It is so amazing. Their St. Ives, the new packaging, the new products, everything is just amazing, and honestly the quality is so great for such a low cost. This leaves your skin feeling clean, but it also doesn't strip it of all moisture, and you just get out and you feel great, to the point where sometimes I don't even need to moisturize my body because I feel great. It's fine. So really love that. And then by St. Ives as well, I wanted to mention the Revitalizing Acai Blueberry and Chai Seed Oil Body Lotion. And this is my favorite thing for the summertime more than anything. I love this because it completely soaks into your skin like that, but it does leave you pretty moisturized. Now for the winter time, I did pick up the same kind of line from them, and it's just more of a kind of heavier one. So just for the winter time, because honestly I get dry, my fiance gets dry, it's just great to have something a bit thicker for the skin, because it is, especially in Canada, it is harsh. Also for the body, I have this Liberderm Advanced Moisture Therapy Deeply Hydrating Extra Dry Skin with vitamins and a bunch of stuff in it. That's what that looks like. This is typically something people get if you get a new tattoo. This is something you can put on it because it doesn't have any fragrance in it, and it's super great, and it has healing properties in it as well, I think vitamins E, B5, and skin essential lipids. So really great for that. This my fiance actually likes to use a lot because he has eczema on his skin. So if you do have very parched, very dry skin, try this out. It has no fragrance, so it won't irritate you further. But we did finish this, and we did enjoy it, so that's probably going to end up being a repurchase. And then again, for the St. Ives products, that's already been repurchased, so that's done deal. I also have this Clean and Clear Morning Burst Facial Cleanser, and this is their, I believe, original one that they came out with. It's their morning one that you're supposed to wake you up and revitalize you. Personally, I didn't find that it woke me up at all, but I think it's great just because it foams up. It's great to use with a Clarisonic brush if you have one, and it does get rid of anything that's left over on your skin. Typically I'll use my makeup eraser to take all the makeup off, and then I'll go ahead and I'll cleanse with this and use my Clarisonic, and it's great. Totally would repurchase. Next I have 2 conditioners from Marc Anthony. It's their Brightening Coconut Butter for blondes, and it's just supposed to basically be a very nourishing, deeply conditioning conditioner that's also supposed to lighten your hair gradually, and I also have their shampoo too. Really love this line. I think it does a great job of keeping your hair looking nice, keeps your hair looking actually like touchable and shiny, and it's not too harsh. So I've been really enjoying this line in general, but I do go through conditioner like there's no tomorrow, and I don't go through shampoo as fast, so that's why there's 2 conditioners in here. For shampoo, I have this Ice Cream Non-Yellow shampoo, and this was really great just to keep my hair super blonde when it was super blonde. You can even tell from the cap, it's such a purple conditioner, and I've mentioned this in a favorites video before as well. It's amazing. I love this for keeping your hair super blonde and just looking like just great. But it's not that hydrating, so I did switch it up with the ones you just saw, because those are actually a bit more hydrating, especially for the winter time. I find that that's a little too drying on my hair. I also finished this Sephora coconut water cleansing wipes. These are specifically supposed to be great for eyes. Personally speaking though, I found that they were a little irritating on my eyes, and they didn't take off waterproof mascara that well. So for me, I do wear waterproof mascara. One of my mascaras, because I use about 2 usually, is waterproof, and those I had to really tug on my lashes, and I just felt like my makeup eraser does a better job at taking all the makeup off without being harsh or without stinging my eyes. So those were kind of okay. But they were great for the face, and they felt really nice. The coconut water and coconut oil actually did feel amazing on the skin when you're taking your makeup off. Oh, I also have this. This is super random, by the way. It's the Vatican Naturals Hot Oil Hair Mask. It's deep conditioning for dry, dull, and lifeless hair with olive oil, almond oil, and henna. So this was actually awesome. It was about $5 for this giant tub at Walmart. And when I had just natural hair, it kept my hair feeling so great and actually left so much shine in my hair. It was amazing. And I didn't necessarily always use it as a conditioning mask. Most of the time I used it as a conditioner. But right now, because I have color treated hair, I'm not really using it. I want something that actually makes my hair color lasts longer. That's more so just for typical non-colored hair. But really awesome, very cheap, and really worth the money, so I definitely would repurchase. I also have finished this Naturals Bounty Hair, Skin, and Nails Gummies. These tasted awesome, you guys. They are the strawberry ones, and you wanted to freaking eat this like it was candy. Tastes so good. It did kind of help with my hair and with my nails, and it kept everything looking nice. But I do have something I like more that I believe I mentioned in a haul recently, but I will probably mention again very soon because I am enjoying it a lot. For those repurchase, not really, because I think I have something I like more. And I also finished this Sephora face mask, and it's their algae face mask, and it's supposed to purify and detoxify. This was really nice, actually. The consistency of the mask itself was really nice on the skin. It was super gentle, and it did moisturize really well. For me personally, I wouldn't necessarily repurchase again because it didn't do anything crazy. It left my skin hydrated, but that's about it. So great buy for the price, but not sure if it's necessarily my favorite one. I also ended up finishing this Dove Flexible Hairspray number 4. This is great for just to have hairspray that leaves your hair touchable. You can run a brush through it, but it still fixes everything into place. And I also finished this Dove Volume Dry Shampoo. I love this. I know it leaves a white cast, and most people hate that. I do too, but it's just the only dry shampoo that actually makes my hair feel clean again. So I'll just spray this in, leave it about 5 minutes, and then I'll really rub it in with my fingers and then comb my hair out, and it will get rid of that white cast that it kind of gives you. But like I said, it leaves your hair feeling great. It leaves your hair feeling actually clean again, and it looks clean. Plus, it smells really, really nice. So, oh, and it's cheap. That's always a good thing too. Alright, next moving on to actual makeup. I have this Smashbox Photo Finish Light Oil-Free Foundation Primer. This was nice just to give a nice base to your skin when you're putting foundation on, but I didn't see that big of a difference with this and without this, so pass on that one. Also, I ended up finishing in this Ole Henriksen Juice Serum, and this was really nice. It was just a sample size. I actually have a second sample that I'm finishing. But this was great because it does leave your skin looking very healthy. It gives you a brightened effect to your skin. And when you wake up in the morning, you just feel really nice. Like your skin just feels like it's brighter from within. I don't know, it's wonderful. So that's a possible repurchase, but I am looking at some other stuff as well right now. Next, I want to mention this BH Cosmetics HD Liquid Foundation Naturally Flawless. This is in the color 209 Ivory Beige. This was pretty great, and I actually, when I first got it, I was really into this because at first, when you're looking at it, it gives your skin such a gorgeous, like, photo finished effect. It blurs everything out and your skin looks beautiful, and the color is actually really, really great too. It's a beautiful, like, neutral kind of beige color. Only downside is, it went bad really fast. It's the reason I'm throwing it out is because it just went bad and you can smell it. And also, anytime I take a picture with it, especially after I put it on, like after a couple hours and my oils were coming through, it looked fine in person, but every time I took a picture with it, it just looked so cakey to me. And even though I would blend it in and use a beauty blender and everything, it still looked cakey. So I'm just not the biggest fan of that, and for me that's a pass because, like I said, at first I didn't notice it and I really love the foundation, but after continuous use, it just kind of, I kept noticing it's cakey and nobody wants that. So next I also have this L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, oh my god, in the blackest black. This was really great. Love this for length, for volume. It just makes your lashes honestly just wake up. That's what I felt like every day. I did feel like the formula was a little wet though, so sometimes what I'll do is I'll just leave it uncapped for about 2 days, and that's when it'll kind of be perfect. Because honestly, it's so hard for air to get in here. It's kind of hard to finally dry it out a little bit more because it's just at first your lashes want to fall. That's at least what I find. My lashes, every time I first buy this, want to just fall. So I usually will leave it uncapped for a couple days. Next I have not one but 3 eyebrow pencils from Maybelline. I go through this like there's no tomorrow. It's number 310, medium brown. And I just love this. I think it's so wonderful, and it gives your lashes, oh my god, it gives your eyebrows the most gorgeous and natural look to them. I love the shape of it. Everything about this eyebrow pencil is just bomb, and I'm obsessed with it. So, favorite eyebrow pencil of the moment, and that's why there's 3. For Maybelline, I went through this Fit Me Shine Free Plus Balance Foundation in the color Coconut. This is just what I use to contour the face. It's great. It's in a stick. You can literally just draw with it, and then you can use your beauty blender to blend everything out. I find that the color Coconut is just really awesome if you have fair skin, because it gives your skin such a natural kind of bronzed look to it, and it really does melt into your skin. So I actually love this, and I have already repurchased it. I also ended up finishing the Fit Me Concealer in number 15 Fair. This is just awesome for contouring the face. I use it underneath the cheekbones. I use it for my forehead, underneath my eyes. Just a warning though, underneath your eyes you are going to have to use about 2 coats. I actually use sometimes even like 3, but the third one is just a couple dots wherever like more targeted areas are. But I just find that it doesn't look cakey, and it just always almost evaporates in your skin but leaves your skin looking bright and awake, and it's just really nice, honestly. So really, really big fan of this. Also, I have this Dior Addict 667 Avenue. This, I believe, has been discontinued because I'm actually pretty certain that most Dior Addict shades have been discontinued. There's only, I think, one line that they now feature, and it's different. So this was just the most beautiful color, though, because not only is the packaging gorgeous for these, but this is the most pretty Your Lips But Better color. It is just the perfect rosy, pinky color that you can find. I was so obsessed with this, and I was actually saving and trying not to use it out that fast because it is just so pretty. So I wish I can find this again, and if I can, it's a for sure repurchase. Lastly, for makeup, I have this Dior Fusion Mono cream eyeshadow. It's a number, I think, something metal. I managed to swatch just some of it, but it's so dry. It's actually like, it falls right out. I had this for a while though. I think I had this for like a year and a half. So it was time to throw this out. But it was the most beautiful eyeshadow. It gave you the most gorgeous, sparkly, multi-faceted cream eyeshadow look. So I would definitely repurchase that again, and I absolutely loved it. Alright, for book favorites, I actually have them all on my iPad because I've been reading it just on the iPad instead of reading it like a typical book lately. And I've been enjoying it so far, so not a problem on my end. Alright, the first book that I'm going to mention is called Mara, Daughter of the Nile, and this was just an awesome book because it featured kind of romance, and it also featured adventure. You had a little bit of spy stuff in there, and the best part is all set in Egypt in time of like pharaohs and like the time of you know, when pyramids were being built. So it was just such an interesting book because it had like a wealth of like history to it, and kind of you got to see a lot of their customs from back then. So it was really cool, but it was just like mixed together with like the most awesome kind of like crazy adventurous stories. So this was one of those books that I honestly thoroughly enjoyed, and it was very short, but it just was just such an awesome book to read. So really recommend that. The other one that I finished reading is called Tumbleweeds, and it's by Lila Mitchum, and that's what that looks like. So this book I found was just kind of a slow read for about most of the book. I think half of the book it was a very slow read, and then when you got to the halfway point, I found that everything kind of started happening. So you have multiple murders in this book. You also have kind of mystery to it all. You have like a modern day story. This is not a like historical story. This is very modern day, and you just really fall in love with the characters, and you just can't get enough of the book by the end. So I really enjoyed it. It was really cool because it was centered around 3 main characters, and it showed them from beginning to end, and all the things that happened were just things that you never think would happen. So cool book to read. And the next 3 are actually a series, which I haven't read in a long time, but I really am enjoying it. The first one is called Secrets of a Summer Night, and it's by Lisa Kleypas, I believe. And she's known for writing a lot of kind of love novels, and I call them love novels because they're super romantic novels that she does in an amazing way. So this particular novel, it was just about kind of unforeseen love. It was a girl that was very rich, and then all of a sudden she finds out that, you know, her dad died and she's broke. So it was really interesting to see. It's set in like the 1800s, so it's cool because it has that historical kind of stuff to it, and it kind of brings more in their culture back then and their practices back then. So it was just interesting to see, and the way that like she gets courted and her challenge finding a husband and all that stuff. It was just really interesting, but it also gets entwined with like the most like just heart like pounding like love stories. So there is some explicit content, just like telling you now, but done in a very like tasteful way, I want to say. The next book in this series is It Happened One Autumn, and this one is a similar idea, but it's kind of unfated couple that would just normally never be together that end up kind of falling in love slowly throughout the novel. And it's so interesting to see because, again, just take the story of another girl in this group, and the series literally focuses on every single girl in this little group that they kind of form, and it takes you all the way through all of them and how they're finding love and a marriage and things like that. And again, just this one, they're all done so interestingly, and this one actually has like a kidnapping involved, so it's really cool how they take a love story and make it into something crazy, and I couldn't put it down. Like, I finished each one of these books in about 3 days. It was that good. And they're decently long books, but nothing to the point where you just can't get through it. It's very like just every single step of the way you're interested, you're into it. The most recent one I read is called Devil in Winter, and that is what that one looks like. This one was very interesting again because the whole storyline for this was something you would never expect based on everything you read so far. So it was just cool seeing kind of this girl's particular story because it took just such a different turn altogether, and then you also get to see a little bit of the other girls' stories as well in this because you're getting really close to the end. It's just there's 2 books left after this one, so really been enjoying that, and those are my book favorites. That is everything, you guys, for my Empties video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry I'm so tongue-tied today. I haven't filmed in a little bit, and whenever I don't, I feel like I get very tongue-tied. Anyways, though, don't forget to subscribe if you guys enjoyed it, and like this video if you liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one, and thank you for watching.